Good morning, everybody. Our video class is on, and today we are going to focus on complex object. And then I'll offer you the task for this summer. In the process of learning English, we face some certain difficulties, and this is due to the fact that the Russian language often misses some grammatical phenomena. It's worth to notice that in general, the purpose of complex object usage is in simplification syntaxis. Out of two separate sentences, we can make the common one. You were dancing and I saw it. I saw you dancing. You've heard the song performed by Yakida. Well, let's go further way of complex object learning. It is used after some certain groups of verbs. For example, want, expect, and the construction would like. After some specific verbs such as let and make. After the verbs of senses, hear, see, feel, watch, and notice. But what is it? Complex object. It is a combination consisting of an object. It can be a noun or a pronoun with to infinitive or bare infinitive or ing forms. We want our pupils to study hard. Our pupils to study. This is complex object. You make her learn the poems. Her learn. It's complex object. I saw you dancing. You dancing. This is complex object. As I've told you, complex object is used after some verbs which are grouped into certain categories. And today we are going to review the complex object usage after the verbs want, expect, and the construction would like, after the verbs make and let, and after the verbs of senses. Let's start with the first group of verbs: want, expect, and would like. Verbs want, expect, and construction would like are followed by to infinitive in complex object. Let's have a look at the examples. The teacher wants the students to learn the rule. They expect pupils to behave well at school. Parents would like their children to study better. The verbs want and expect can be used in different tenses. The biology teacher wanted us to collect some insects last summer. My mom has always wanted me to become a dentist. His friends expected him to pass his driving test yesterday. To practice complex object with these verbs, think of your own situations using them in different tenses. You can make up as many sentences as you want. Now, let's have a look at the next group of the verbs in complex object. We should be really careful with them, as in the active and in the passive they are used differently. In complex object, the verbs make and let take an infinitive without to, or bare infinitive. They made him leave the room. My parents always let me walk after school. but make is followed by the to infinitive in the passive. He was made to leave the room. And let is replaced by be allowed to in the passive. I am always allowed to walk after school. Turn active into passive to practice this type of complex object. I make my cat catch mice. My cat is made to catch mice. And let her children buy some ice cream. And children were allowed to buy some ice cream. Complex object after the verbs of senses depends on the situation and its meaning. These verbs can be followed by infinitive or ing forms. The ing form is used to express an incomplete action, a long action. We want to say that we observed the action in progress. We heard John singing our national anthem. We heard him while he was singing. I watched the children crossing the street. I watched them while they were crossing. I saw him getting in his car. She saw him how he was getting in his car. They noticed the cat climbing the tree. The cat was climbing the tree and we noticed it. He felt the girl touching his hand. He felt as the girl was touching him for some time. The bare infinitive, or infinitive without to, is used to express a complete action, from beginning to end. We want to say that we witnessed the completed action. We know how it ended. We heard John sing our national anthem. We heard the whole song. I watched the children cross the street. I saw them as they reached the other side of the street. She saw him get in his car and drive away. She saw the whole action, how he got in his car and drove away. They noticed the cat climb the tree. They noticed the cat as it got the top of the tree. He felt the girl touch his hand. He just felt the girl's touch on his hand. Which of the sentences say the action in progress, and which of them describe the completed action? Identify the situations and know the difference, and you make this kind of complex object more understandable for you. You may have a look at these examples. We watched the whales swimming off the coast of Patagonia. We watched them while they were swimming. I heard a little girl scream helped. I heard the whole scream. I saw them sunbathing on the balcony. They were sitting on some lounges and sunbathing. I watched the children enter the house. I saw them inside the house. They noticed the girls entering the shopping center. The girls were entering through a revolving door. I felt a caterpillar crawling on my arm. A caterpillar was crawling slowly along my arm, and I felt it. In summary, I want you to read any pre-intermediate level book. You may choose one from the list of English club books or something else. And I would like you to do the following. Introduce the book, summarizing all the background information about it. Title, author, type, setting. Give some brief information about its author, when and where he or she worked or works, what kind of writer he or she was or is, what books he or she wrote. Then give a brief summary of the plot, its main points in chronological order. Give your opinions and general comments on the plot and present good and bad things about the book, its strong and weak points, whether it is educational, entertaining, motivating, original, or if it is boring, slow, difficult to understand. Present the main characters and describe one of them. Tell about the most exciting episode, and if it is a collection of stories, retell one of the stories you most enjoyed. In conclusion, recommend or do not recommend the book, giving reasons to support your recommendation. Well, everything as usual. Enjoy your summer reading. Thank you for listening to me. I wish you wonderful holidays. Have a nice day and see you later. Successful work on complex object and get one more useful experience in learning English. Bye!